Now in our previous video, we have already created a model, that is an employee class we have created with three properties: ID, name and age, and also we have enabled notification with the help of iNotify property change. Now in this video, we will create a simple service that will allow us to work with an in-memory collection of employees. Since we don't have a database for now, we will be saving our employees within a collection, say a list of employees. So we will have a static list of employees wherein we will add some employees, update some employees and delete some employees. So we will go back to this project. Now we will right click the models folder again and we'll say add one more class. So this class, I'll give it a name, say employee service. Now inside employee service, we will have a static list of employees, static list of employees wherein we will do all the CRUD operation on that list. So I'll simply create a private static list of employee, say obj employees list. And in the constructor, we will instantiate it public employee service and we'll say obj employee list equals to new list of employee. And also I'm going to add one single employee for now by using collection initializer syntax. So here I'll add one employee, say new employee, and I'll give it an ID, say 101, name, say Syed, and age, say 25. So right now we have a static list of employee with one single employee added to this particular list. Now we will need certain methods to do CRUD operation. So we will go ahead and create few methods here. We will create a method that can return all employees. So we'll say public list of employee, say get all. This method is going to return me all the employees which are present. So we'll say return obj employee list. Now we will go back and add few more methods here. Just like get all method, which is returning all employees, we will add one more method that will add an employee to this list of employees. We'll say public bool, say add employee, simply say add employee object, it will take as parameter, say obj new employee, and it will simply add an employee in our collection and return true. So we'll say obj employee list dot add obj new employee and return true. We may also want certain validations for this employee before adding it. In case if you want some validations, you can put it here. Let us go ahead and have one validation also for age. Let us say that my business rule says age must be between 18, let's not 18, let's keep it 21 and 58. If the age is between this limit, we add an employee, else we do not add an employee and we raise an exception from our service. So here we can put a condition: if obj new employee dot age, say less than 21, or obj new employee dot age greater than say 58, then in that case we will generate an exception. We will say throw new argument exception and we will say invalid age limit for employee. So like this, we might have more validation for other properties of the employee. We can have all our validations before adding an employee. So in case if age does not falls in this range, we throw back this exception, else we go ahead and add an employee into that collection and we finally return back true. Similarly, we need a method that can update an employee, as well as we need a method that can actually delete an employee for us. So we will go ahead and create few more methods here. Say public bool, say update, say employee object, once again obj employee to update. In order to do update, first of all we need to search the employee in our collection. If the employee is present, then we need to change the values of its properties, say name and age. Then after that we will return back true and false. So here I will create one variable called as is updated, and we will set it to false. Return is updated, and now we will write our code. So first of all I need to search employee which is present inside this collection based on the employee which is passed over here. So I need to compare the ID of this particular employee with all employees which are present inside this collection. Once we find an employee, we need to update its details. So we can do it with the help of a for loop. I'll take help of a for loop. I'll say for integer index equals to 0, index less than obj employee list dot count index plus plus. List of index dot id is double equals to obj employee to update dot id. Then that means this is the employee which we need to update. So first looping through all employees, then checking the ID. In case if there is a match for ID, that means this is the employee that we need to modify. So we'll go ahead and change the name as well as age for this employee. We'll say obj employee list of index dot name equals obj employee to update dot name. Similarly obj employee list of index dot age equals obj employee to update dot age. Once I'm done making changes to it, I will set this variable is updated to true, and also I need not continue with my for loop. I'll break out of this for loop. So this method is going to perform update operation. Similarly, I need one more method that can perform delete operation. So once again we will take public bool, say delete, and in order to delete an employee, all I need is the ID of the employee. So I'll just take ID. Once again, in order to remove the employee, first of all we need to find the employee in this list. If the employee is present, then we need to remove that employee from the list. So I can again take help of a for loop here. So first of all we will take one boolean variable, say is deleted. We'll set it to false initially. Let's say is deleted. Now we will write our code here to delete an employee from that list. So we'll say for integer index equals to 0, again index less than obj employee list dot count and index plus plus. Once more. Now we can check the condition once again. Obj employee list of index dot id is double equals to this ID which is passed over here. Then this is the employee which we need to delete. So we'll take it. In case if this condition passes, then we need to remove the employee from the list. So we'll take remove at method which accepts the index of an object to remove. So we'll pass in the index here, and once it is removed we will also set is deleted to true, and we will also break out of this for loop after deleting an employee. In the same way, I also need a method to search an employee based on ID. So once again we will have a method here, public employee. This time method is not going to return any boolean value and all, it is going to return an employee object back. So here we'll say search integer, once again ID, because we are going to do search operation based on ID. In case if the employee is present, we will return it. If the employee is not present, then we will simply return back null. So here we'll create an employee object, say obj employee return. Actually, we can directly take help of an extension method. We'll say obj employee return obj employee list dot first or default. This extension method takes a lambda expression, searches elements from a collection and returns the first elements from the collection. And in case if multiple elements are present, then it returns the first one, and in case if the list is empty, then it returns the default value for the item that we are searching. So the default value for employee, which is the reference time, it's going to be null. If the employee is present, it returns the employee. In case the employee is not present, then it will return back null. So here we will pass a lambda expression. We'll say e dot id double equals to this id. So this way we will be able to search for an employee and return the employee if present. In case if employee is not present, we return back the default value, that is null. So this is our service which is going to do CRUD operations. Right now this service is working with an in-memory collection. It may be working against a database using ADO.NET, or it may be implemented by using entity framework. It does not matter what the service is doing internally when it comes to MVVM design pattern.